wanted to add to what Mark said about this past weekend, having a great weekend. It's a great time to be an American and live here in the United States, because we had the opening of the NFL League, which was wonderful, and we also had the U.S. Open matches, which was a great set. In fact, I was a little bit late because the third set was still being played before I left. So it was really great tennis, great football, and a moving tribute to 9/11 heroes. And I wanted to start our formal speaking program with our first speaker, and evaluating our first speaker is Simon Cornelius. Simon, would you please give us Mike's objectives for his speech this evening?
My pleasure, Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and guest. Mike is speaking from the basic CC manual, project number 4, How to Say It. His objectives are to select the right words and sentence structure to communicate his ideas clearly, accurately, and vividly, to use rhetorical devices to enhance and emphasize ideas, to eliminate jargon and unnecessary words, to use correct grammar, and to do this in 5 to 7 minutes. The title of his speech, and he already has my vote, by the way, because I'm really hungry, is Tandoori Chicken.
Tandoori Chicken, Mishra, Mike Mishra, Tandoori Chicken.
Good evening, Madam Toastmaster, my fellow Toastmasters, and our welcome guest. Today I will be speaking about tandoori chicken, and this is a unique recipe and a very popular or highly popular Indian dish consisting of chicken, yogurt, spices, mixed and roasted at a very high temperature in an oven. The name tandoori means like a clay oven. So before, people used to just roast the chicken and eat it, but the person who discovered it essentially roasted the chicken in a clay oven which was set up at a high temperature of 900 Fahrenheit. And it came out real good. That was 6 years back. And ever since, people have been loving it, enjoying it, not at 900 degree Fahrenheit, but little lesser, like 450 or 500 temperature. So essentially, today I will be discussing about the tandoori chicken. If you have never been to an Indian restaurant, then today is your chance. I have prepared some for you all to enjoy. And if you guys like it, you're more than welcome to request again or just demand to me. I can go back and make some more. So I was saying that when anyone goes or someone goes to the Indian restaurant, the first thing that comes to his or her mind is to try out this tandoori chicken. It is generally preferred as appetizers, but can also be enjoyed in the main course in the form of curry or with Indian naan, which is Indian bread. So essentially, you have different options to enjoy this form of chicken recipe. Now, if you love grilling and if you have little taste for spicy Indian food, then this is a very easy recipe for you to try at home as well. And this is what I'm going to tell you all in my speech. As I mentioned to you earlier, tandoori chicken originated from New Delhi, India, around 60 years back. And noted dignitaries, for example, President Richard Nixon and John F. Kennedy, really enjoyed this preparation when they visited India on their political tour. So they really loved this preparation whenever they had a chance to visit our country or India. The fame of tandoori chicken also led to so many different variants of this recipe. The first and foremost is the chicken tikka, and eventually the chicken tikka masala, which became popular in Britain. And it is very common in the Indian menus Indian restaurant menu around the world as well. Having said that, let me get back into the ingredients or the major ingredients of this recipe. For serving 4 people, you would need to have 2 pounds of chicken cut into pieces. Then you would need 1 teaspoon of salt, or maybe you can increase it as per your taste. Then you need 1 lemon juiced, 1¼ cups of plain yogurt. Then you can have 1 teaspoon of grated ginger root, 1 teaspoon of red cayenne pepper. You can have 1 or maybe a little more cloves of garlic, again based on your taste, and that needs to be minced and mixed with the mixture. And then finally you can have 1 teaspoon of red food color, and that is going to give an additional zest to this recipe. For the garnishing of this, you can use 2 teaspoons of finely chopped cilantro and another lemon, which can be cut into wedges, and that can be used eventually when you are trying to garnish this cooked chicken. Now these were the ingredients. Now in short, I would like to describe how to prepare this at home. Very simple steps, 5 at the most. So the first and foremost is you go ahead and you wash the chicken and you try to remove all the skins from the chicken pieces. Try to cut into cube-sized pieces, like an inch thick, so that the heat can really make it more juicy and you can really enjoy the chicken instead of it getting undercooked or overcooked. I generally use boneless chicken for this preparation, but you can use bone-in chicken as well. The best part is I prefer using chicken breast because it is easier to cook and also it is healthy that way. Clearly it's the best part of the chicken. Now as far as the preparation goes, we have to take a shallow dish and add salt and lemon juice on top of the chicken pieces, and then we have to put it aside for 20 minutes so that the juices can go inside the chicken pieces. Then we can take another medium bowl where we can go ahead and mix the other ingredients, for example yogurt, garlic and ginger paste, and the red cayenne pepper or the red juice, the red food color, and eventually make it like a smooth mixture. And then you can pour this yogurt solution or yogurt mixture over the chicken and place it in the refrigerator for 6 to 24 hours. Remember, the more or the longer the better. I didn't do that longer because I didn't have time, but I tried for at least 6 hours. So that makes the marinade much better. And when it becomes, when it's time for you to cook, then you can place it on oven, and generally it's preferable to use 450 or 500 degree Fahrenheit and cook it for 40 minutes. It should be about done. You can garnish it with cilantro and lime or lemon wedges and have it with your favorite drinks, especially during the game weekend. With that, I pass the control back to Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you, Mike. Great speech. Can we have a minute on the timer for us to give Mike our written comments, please?